is eligible to capture the title here tonight. It is Frey that will have a 4-inch reach advantage. For our official main event introductions, here is Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on UFC Fight Pass from here inside of Memorial Hall, Kansas City. It is time for the main event of the evening. 5 rounds of action this schedule for the Invicta FC Atomweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the Kansas Athletic Commission, the executive director is Adam Rohrbach, with the 3 judges scoring at cage side: Kevin Champion, Greg DeVilbiss, and Stephen Graham. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Marcio La Selva. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, the fighters are ready. Kansas City, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in officially 104.5 pounds. In 11 professional fights, her record 7 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of San Diego, California, here is Ashley Smashley Cummins! And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighed in officially 105.75 pounds, and in 12 professional fights holds a record of 8 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Arlington, Texas, here is the former Invicta FC Atomweight Champion of the World, Jinh Frey! Come on.
All right, girls, we went over the rules early. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all the time. Protect yourself all the time. If you want to shake hands, do it now. Come back swinging.
Ashley Smashley Cummins and Jinh Frey. Our main event of Invicta FC 39. Marcio La Silva getting this assignment. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall, Kansas City, Kansas. Cummins in the black with blue, green and gray for Frey.
Watch the right hand.
Their first meeting was a 15-minute affair. This is a title fight for Cummins. 5 5-minute rounds. Big punches here early between these athletes.
Nice hook there from Jinh Frey to set up that left hand. And you can see she's trying to outstep Cummins with her right foot there.
Shino Van Hoos, Invicta athlete, weighing in on Twitter at Invicta Fights, hashtag Invicta FC 39.
Cummins is pumping that jab out there.
Into the clinch, knee by Cummins. Doubling for that underhook. It's Frey, but still controlled here by Cummins.
And Frey is so physical. In those positions, you can see the amount of effort and strength that she's putting out. Cummins is staying nice and low to her feet there.
Let that left go. Yes. Let that left
Mistake
go.
to the body there by Frey.
Shut that right hand down.
Back into the clinch.
Good head positioning there by Smashley.
Trying to knee the legs. Is Cummins.
Yeah, and I like the way she's working up and down. Kneeing the legs, stopping the foot, stepping up, kneeing the body. Ooh, big shot there from her.
Now back at space. 2 minutes down here in this first round.
It's just such a frenetic pace with Adam.
Combination followed by a kick, all miss from Cummins.
Cummins Cummins is circling to the left, trying to get that straight shot down the middle.
In their first meeting, we saw Ashley Cummins go for a few takedowns, but ultimately ended up on her back. Thus far in this contest, content to stay on their feet.
Cummins' face, especially around her lips, is getting super red right now. I think she's eaten quite a few shots from the left side, or on the left side.
Athletes exchange a pair of kicks to the body. Pawing that jab is Cummins, but eats a kick to the body, fires off a kick of her own.
And that is a hard shot right in there, and deliver right under the elbow. That can stop a fight, that can slow you down and exhaust you. See Frey's kind of on the hunt for that big shot. Staying cautious. Ashley's trying to really coming in with her right hand. I think that's smart. Pumping that jab, hitting that right hand, and then exiting quickly.
Cummins marching forward. They're setting up behind that jab.
And the level changes. Ooh, another little shot. Doesn't seem to phase her.
Nice kick to the lead leg of Cummins by Frey. Talking to Cummins before the bout, she said that the information gained in their first meeting was really not consequential for this bout. She felt that both fighters had changed drastically since their first meeting 2.5 years ago. And so far, it looks like a much different fight.
It really does. You know, that fight was mostly contested on the ground and clinch and wrestling takedowns. But here, they're really looking for those big shots down the middle.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round.
Nicely done. Big right hand. You can see blood coming from the nose of Jinh Frey.
Solid end to the first round by Ashley Cummins. Nice kick and a punch, find the mark. Inside the corner now of Ashley Cummins. Has really changed her game and feels like she's a much different fighter after relocating to San Diego. And that was on display in her last couple fights inside the Invicta FC cage.
It really was. You know, she had much better timing. Watching her in the Del Boni fight, you know, watching the way she turned the corner on her takedown so quickly, and she was able to execute off of these really nice angles. I think it did the world for her to move to San Diego.
Now in the corner of the former champion, Jinh Frey. See what adjustments she looks to make here in round number 2. We mentioned the first meeting. She spent a lot of time in top position. Thus far, primarily a striking affair. We'll see if she changes things up here in round number 2. You can see the demeanor of Frey. Not her typical self as she enters round number 2.
You gotta wonder if some of those are sort of really hard inside leg kick, and that can interrupt those right hands from smashing. You gotta wonder if those are gonna start adding up, if she's gonna throw those a little bit more.
You see the pace here of Cummins. Eats a hard left hand from Frey. A lot of volume here from Ashley, where Frey throws less but more powerful shots.
And what Ashley's doing nicely is throwing the kick on the same side after the punch. Usually, you know, you kind of see this cross action, a jab to a right leg kick, but instead she's throwing cross to a right leg kick. And that can really throw off somebody's innate kind of sense of what your balance is, your read.
Frey went for the takedown there, settles for the clinch. Trying to get the trip now is Frey.
She's doing a nice job of keeping her head low underneath the shorter fighter. I love this fight for hand control and wrist control. You can see Ashley turned it around now. She's got her on the cage. Big shot.
Big strike on the break. Frey circling away. Really different body language from both fighters. You can see the confidence, I think, of Cummins growing here in the second round, but Frey far from out of it.
Yeah, very sharp kick there. Her Frey's left ear is very red. I'm wondering if that big shot at the end was kind of got, I don't know, maybe, I didn't see if it was an elbow or a punch, so I'd like to see the replay on that later, but yeah. That can be very, it can rattle your equilibrium.
Kick comes high by Cummins, coming alive with some strikes. Frey trying to answer, big swing and a miss.
Cummins is doing a really nice job of that range, going in and then being out after those big shots.
Cummins really utilizing that jab, doubling it up.
Ooh.
Nice left hand finds a home by the former champ Frey.
Frey has a lot of power with her left hand.
Not afraid to eat one, to give one. And now in the clinch. Kneeing the thighs is Jinh Frey. Nice utilization of that head on the inside.
We're seeing some blood. I'm not sure who it's coming from. I know Frey's nose was bleeding earlier at the end of the first round, but can't really tell because Cummins ate a pretty big shot.
Cummins able to get off the fence and put Frey into the cage. Now back at space. A cut over the right eye of Ashley Cummins.
And that's one thing about Frey is when she smells blood, she really hones in on it. She really hones in on that sense of urgency.
And that right eyebrow is definitely cut from Ashley Cummins. Doesn't look like it's impairing her vision yet, but as you mentioned, it's definitely going to be a target for Jinh Frey.
It's smart of Frey to be attacking that front leg.
Ashley Cummins coming alive with some punches and kicks.
Ooh. Wow.
Cummins dropped there with a solid shot. Frey into the clinch now. 1 minute left in round number 2. You can see the damage on the right eye of Ashley Cummins.
She wraps her up to prevent the takedown. She's pushing on those hips to try and keep Frey from getting space to throw knees.
Content to work from this clinch is Jinh Frey. 30 seconds left in the round. Ashley trying to initiate a trip off of the cage, able to get free.
You saw Frey braced on her head as if to throw another big knee, but Cummins was able to strike and move out first.
Closing seconds of round number 2. Two down, 3 to go in our main event. The cut man will now have his hands full as he goes to work on the right eye of Ashley Cummins. We'll see if it is an issue, but as we mentioned, it's definitely going to be a target for Jinh Frey as we move forward into this fight.
And there's a sense in Frey's fighting where she kind of comes alive when she gets hit hard. And you can see on this break, Ashley Cummins throws this big elbow to Frey's ear and kind of rattles her. And all of a sudden you see this light in Frey's eyes. That's when she's, you know, she was eating some shots there. She started to really turn things around, get super aggressive. She got mad. She started walking through the punches instead of being cautious. Right? You can see this is where she stuns Cummins with that, actually this jab it looked like, and really jumps in on it. Cummins, like you said, so stoic. Nothing on her face at all, like no expression change.
She's a police officer by day. It will take a lot to rattle the demeanor of Ashley Cummins. Third round underway. 5 scheduled. So very light on her feet is Ashley Cummins.
And that's the game she needs to play. Lots of level changes, never staying in one space because, man, that left hand just rattled her.
Nice kick there by Cummins, followed up by some punches. Jinh Frey looking to close the distance, trying to get the clinch. Frey trying to put her hand on the face and break the posture of Cummins.
Yeah, I think she really wants to yank that head down and get some more knees. Ooh, good elbow. I don't know if that landed. Did you see the angle?
It definitely tripped up Cummins a little bit there on the break, but...
Oh, it sounds like from a different camera angle the elbow landed. I hope we get a shot of that.
Cummins still coming forward, trying to find a home for that jab.
And Frey staying deliberate, looking for those targets.
Nice knee kick to the body there by Frey, and nice punch lands on the chin of Ashley Cummins.
Cummins getting a little bit more cautious, while you can see Frey's confidence is increasing.
Cummins did a good job on that cut over the right eye of Cummins, not really going into the eye, impairing her vision. But obviously she needs to make sure it doesn't get tagged anymore.
And if you look at the way Frey tries to keep her right foot outside of Cummins' left foot, that's what's giving her a huge advantage with those left hands. It really opens them up. Nicely done by Cummins.
See, Frey still very dangerous with that left hand. It missed, but very fast. Now into the clinch. And again, it was a tough weight cut for Jinh Frey, but always in phenomenal shape, and it'll be interesting to see if this missed weight cut has any impact on her cardio as we go later into this fight.
It was a huge elbow that Cummins just barely missed Cummins, and Cummins followed with the right hand. That was well done.
Exchange of kicks.
Those liver shots, they can add up, TJ, even if they're not hitting directly in the liver, even if it's arm to liver.
Feigning the level change there is Ashley Cummins.
And I really think that works very well for her when she does that. You know, she's not in Jinh Frey's kind of sights for that big left hand. It allows her to find a space for her right hand.
Kick to the lead leg of Frey by Cummins, and Frey tries to come over the top with the left hand. Kick by Frey, answered by a right hand from Cummins. Final 30 seconds of round number 3.
Frey attempted to grab that leg, had it for a second. Cummins yanks it down. Oof. Big shots from both of them.
Frey coming forward. High kick by Cummins. Right hand. 15 minutes in the books. Headed to the championship rounds here between Ashley Cummins and Jinh Frey.
And this is a place where Frey has been in the past. Ashley Cummins has not. So we'll see who, I would think advantage Frey in this case.
There's some of the action, Julie.
Oh yeah, there's that elbow that I didn't see the angle from, and that really did stumble her back. And then you can see she tries another big elbow, and Cummins comes with that right hand over the top of it. Yeah, she's aware those elbows are coming in the clinch now. Both of them really throwing with power. Jinh Frey, again, she has so much power, and she's got that reach on Cummins, so she's snapping her head a little bit more, but Cummins is doing damage. She's hitting those right hands very hard. I particularly like that right hand off of the left kick.
Headed to the fourth round. We mentioned Jinh Frey has been in this position before in the past, so on paper it should be an advantage for her. This is new territory for Ashley Cummins, but again, the weight cut and weight factor does come into play here, but Jinh Frey always in phenomenal shape. We'll see if it is a factor here, but mentally too, Jinh Frey's been through a lot this week. We'll see if she can power through and be the typical Jinh Frey we are used to seeing later in championship fights.
Well, nothing erases kind of a blemish on your reputation as a fighter than a big knockout. If she gets a big finish here, a big knockout, that's what people are going to remember from this fight. Probably not the title strip.
You're landing all the damaging shots.
Coming forward is Cummins, and Frey trying to answer with some punches.
Cummins needs to stay in motion, be like a bumblebee.
Kick heavy with her offense here as Ashley Cummins to start this fourth round. Combination of punches, moving forward and smashing. Kick to the lead leg, Cummins by Frey.
Oof. Those really do add up, those inside leg kicks. They make it hard for you to plant on that front leg for a power shot.
We talked about how this was a different fight from the first. Nice right hand by Cummins. Really neither athlete trying to get this fight to the floor, where primarily the first fight took place there exclusively. High kick misses for Frey.
And both of them look fairly fresh. They don't look tired, TJ.
She's looking at Gutierrez, Jin. Green lever. Subtle movements now, Jin. Lie on your feet.
Do you expect a change in strategy here from either athlete as we go later into this fight? Maybe one of them going for a takedown?
Yeah, I think in the last 30 seconds probably of this round, there's going to be a takedown attempt. But it looks like, we're tying up into the clinch now. Maybe they heard you. Fighting up against the cage has not actually favored Cummins as much in this fight. That's where she was hit with those elbows. So I think for her, the best strategy is to be where she can get in and out, in and out. I do like that stomp, though. I like transitioning from stomp to knee, stomp to knee.
Really landing that foot stomp. What's the goal of a foot stomp?
The foot stomp, I don't know. They can really damage people. They can really hurt people. I always found when I was foot stomped in a fight, it hurt a lot more on the plane ride home.
Robert Sargent checking in on Twitter, talking about the score of this fight. Deep into round number 4. You never know what the judges are thinking, and Jinh Frey trying to make that a non-factor with a combination of punches there.
Yeah, upping the volume on those punches. I really liked that uppercut hook. I hope she throws that again, just a little bit closer.
The one thing to keep in mind when it comes to scoring a fight like this is a very pro Ashley Cummins building. So every time Cummins finds the mark, the Memorial Hall comes alive and explodes with applause, and that's not the same thing for Jinh Frey when she finds the mark, and sometimes that can sway judges and leave an impression that one fighter is landing more significantly.
It can sway judges, but Jinh Frey does not like to be doubted, as we've learned in the past. And you know, when people are rooting against her or thinking she's not doing well, she usually turns the volume up, and it can actually bring out a better Jinh Frey. I think Smashley, yeah, again, the level changes to punches are what are doing her more good here.
Really coming alive with some heavy punches now is Jinh Frey. Cummins standing in the pocket, trying to exchange as well. Big left hand by Jinh Frey. Nice kick by Cummins.
And Cummins continues to pump that jab out while she moves nice left hand.
4 down, 1 to go in this, our main event of Invicta FC 39. Ashley Cummins, Jinh Frey. The atomweight title on the line for Ashley Cummins. Jinh Frey trying to maintain her status as one of the elite contenders as she hopes to get back to a title fight in the future. Quick turnaround for Invicta FC coming up on March 6th. We'll be back in this building for another installment of the Phoenix Series. 8 women, 1 night. The winner will win 3 fights, putting themselves in great position at 135. Speaking of 135, the title will be on the line when Lisa Verzosa takes on Julia Stoliarenko. Also, strawweights will take center stage as Amber Brown takes on Sharon Jacobson, and Kay Hansen versus Liana Perozin. Invicta FC presents the Phoenix Series 3, and it's live on UFC Fight Pass. 1 round yet to go here in our main event. Jinh Frey, the former champion, failing to make weight prior to tonight's fight, meeting Ashley Smashley Cummins. A victory would crown her the new atom weight champion. A lot on the line here, Julie, in our final 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Kicks here early from Frey. We'll see if that is her approach. Calling that jab still is Cummins. Circling away from the power side of Frey.
Frey's kind of has this upward angle on those kicks, which is a really nice measuring stick of if she can throw a power shot afterwards.
Can't say enough good things about the job the cut man has done over the right eye of Ashley Cummins. That happened early in the fight and really hasn't been a factor.
No, not at all. Probably hurts a little.
If it doesn't now, it will later.
Yeah. For those leg kicks, though, from Frey, I mean, she kicks to the inside, kicks to the inside, kicks to the outside. She really tears at that front leg, making it hard to do power shots. The Cummins seems unfazed by
nice left-hand combination of punches by Frey. To the demeanor here of Frey. This is vintage Jinh Frey, the Frey that defeated Mina Grusinder in back-to-back 5-round fights.
She's coming forward. Send it to the right. Yes. Overlaps. Step right, Jinh. Step right. Step right.
I'd like to see Cummins throw maybe a jab to a hook to throw that straight right down the middle. Give me a clearer angle on it.
Big swing and a miss with the left hand by Jinh Frey. 2 minutes down in this 5th round.
That looked like a hard hitter shot. Oh.
Nice.
Oh. That was a really nice takedown defense there by Jinh Frey. It was a fast shot by Cummins and spinning it around into that knee. Cummins continues to march forward though.
Swing right, sir. Multiples, take your feet.
Right hand by Cummins trying to hit the mark. Jinh Frey heavy with that leg kick. Under 2 minutes remain in our main event.
And it's funny, it's not that they're being cautious, it's that they're both hunting right now. And what's so interesting about this is it's not that they're holding back. They're hunting for those big shots. They're hunting for those right opportunities. And it just really becomes a chess match.
And they're also not forcing anything. And when you're in there with someone at the talent level of both of these athletes, you can't afford to make a mistake.
No. But I don't think mistakes are what's on their minds. I think they're just honestly looking for ways to find that knockout, find that finish, find the perfect position to hit. Cummins really needs to get back to that up-down motion. Level changes were working really well for her. I like that outside leg kick she's thrown too. I don't know if she's thrown it enough to do the same kind of, I don't know. I can't see if there's visible damage on her legs because she's got long shorts on, but.
Final minute of this fifth and final round. The big statement could go a long way for either athlete here in this contest. Big kick there by Jinh Frey.
Cummins looks unfazed. She continues to move forward. And you gotta wonder what that says in the judge's eyes.
Left hand finds a mark for Jinh Frey.
Yeah. And a vicious expression on her face as well.
Jinh Frey, I think, is fired up here in this final 30 seconds. Right hand by Cummins. Final 10 seconds.
Big shots.
25 minutes in the books. Ashley Cummins, Jinh Frey. The main event of Invicta FC 39. Now the only thing left to do, the judges count their 10s and 9s.
That was exciting, DJ. It was really a tactical battle from both fighters out there today.
Two elite level atomweights, and while the title can't be attained here tonight for Jinh Frey, it can for Ashley Cummins, and this the second of their two meetings, and you got to believe that both of these athletes going to be a factor for as long as they're in the Invicta FC atomweight division, and we get another layer of that story here tonight, but they can very well meet up again in the future.
Absolutely. You know, it's sometimes, I guess when I say it's, you know, you erase a blemish with a big knockout, but I mean, fighting that good, it's really, it's hard not to think that they're both championship caliber. They really are. They're both such good fighters, such good atomweights, and mad respect to both of them.
Jinh Frey hopes to maintain her status near the top of the division. She would like to get back to this title. For Ashley Cummins, she hopes to cash in on Invicta FC Gold in her first opportunity. As we mentioned, a veteran of Invicta FC 1. Tonight she hopes to mint herself the new champion at Invicta FC 39. The judges have tallied their 10s and 9s to make this one official. Here is Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards one more time. Kansas City, put your hands together for both of these fighters inside the cage tonight. All 3 judges score 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision. From Arlington, Texas, Jinh Frey!
Jinh Frey getting it done via unanimous decision. She will speak with our Taryn Temple.
Here with Jinh Frey. Jinh, you are no stranger to adversity, and you've also said that emotions can sometimes play a good factor in a fight. What role did the emotions play tonight?
You know, I tried to keep it cool, calm, and collected. If feels good to get a win, but it still can't erase the fact that I missed weight, so.
Your second time fighting Cummins. What is the biggest difference in this fight from the first fight?
I knew she'd come in tough and ready, and I just had to be ready for anything.
Not the week that you thought it was going to be, but you do know what it is like to be a champion. What's next for you?
I don't know. We're gonna after this fight, we're gonna go home and just kind of reevaluate things and see, you know, if 105 is the place for me to stay or whether it's time to go up.
Congratulations, Jin. Ladies and gentlemen, Jinh Yu Frey.
A lot of ups and downs this week for the former champion, Jinh Yu Frey, and the fight ends on a high note for her. A unanimous decision goes her way. It's not and still atomweight champion, but she's still very much a factor at 105 pounds.
Yeah, and I mean, with that performance, with that victory, she's positioned herself to challenge for the belt once more in her next outing. If she decides to go up to 115 because of the difficult weight cut,